We're here today to talk about leadership, but not just talk about it, to learn about it, because it's an experience. It's a road we follow to being able to do more in our lives and help others to do more in their lives. And by lives, I mean more than just what you do at home, but what you do when you connect with others through community, through organizations, through your jobs. And it goes beyond that. I want to share with you some of the ideas of why you should lead, how I came to some of my conclusions, and what it means that you can get more out of it and give more out of it. For me, leadership was something that was not natural. I had been a partial leader at times in my career where I found myself taking on a role of trying to lead and trying to do more, but then holding back because I knew I was missing something. And what was that something? Well, it wasn't coming up with good ideas because I had good ideas. It wasn't missing having a high level view. I had some good high level views. It was missing the pieces of how to communicate and connect and having an idea that would come across well. In other organizations, I found myself doing pretty well for a little while and then falling flat after a while. And why is that? Because I was missing some of those steps. And there was a point where I joined Toastmasters, not because I wanted to be a better speaker, and not so much because I wanted to be a better leader, although that was part of it. It was because I had a leader that I could not respect, and I would have done just about anything to not have to work for him anymore, even signing up for this strange organization called Toastmasters. At which point I learned that I found out more about not only communications, but leadership than I ever expected. And by being involved in Toastmasters, I've been exposed to leadership and I've been given the tools that I thought were missing, that were hidden from me. Because in Toastmasters, we have trainings, we have manuals, we have mentoring. All of these things allow us to move forward. But it's also the roles that we handle every time we're in a Toastmasters meetings. Every time we do a Toastmasters meeting, we are taking part of some of those leadership roles. Every time we're filling out those evaluation forms for somebody else's speech, we are practicing those skills that you need to be able to be a good leader. Because how many times does a leader have to fill out a feedback form that's useful? Lots of times. You know what? That was the scariest thing for me. I figured I got just about everything down about leadership, but that idea of filling out forms, and then I suddenly realized, wait, I've been in Toastmasters over a year. I'm filling out these forms. I'm doing it all the time. It's easy. They give you the skills and the tools you need to be able to work well. Now in Toastmasters, you may feel, well, I'm not sure I'm ready for that, or I can do that later on. Toastmasters needs you to be stepping up to those leadership roles, to the club leadership and district leadership sooner than you might think is possible, because we have trainings, because we have the opportunities to mentor. But even more, I consider Toastmasters our virtual environment for learning. It's your chance to try out some of these skills without it being a crash situation. I felt like I crashed when I was a leader of a nonprofit hobby group called geocaching. I was president. I did pretty well at first, but then there was something missing, getting people engaged, getting them involved, getting them to want to volunteer and work with me. There was just a few steps missing. And part of that is just the way you communicate. The question, who wants to help, is not the answer that you want people to straight off answer. It's not a single question. It's the opening dialogue. Who wants to help? Yes, you'll get sometimes people will step up, but as a leader, you have to keep in mind, who can you ask to do it? Who do you think has the skills? Keeping that high level view, that supervision level of what you're doing to be able to get people involved. But by doing Toastmasters, by doing the leadership roles in Toastmasters, you get more, you do more. I found all of a sudden I was at home and we were having one of our special dinners for Passover. And all of a sudden I found myself leading and getting people drawn into helping out in reading from the story of Passover. And I was wondering, how did I get that? How did I get that leadership? How did I get people involved? Where did that come from? Oh yeah, I've been doing Toastmasters. When you are looking for leadership, when you're looking for that opportunity, when you're asking yourself, should I? I'll remind you that on our membership form, when you join Toastmasters, it says, you agree to step up to leadership roles when asked to do so. That's right. You need to step up when asked to do so. You agreed to this. And we need you to step up as officers, because the officers, yeah, maybe you can only give part of the time, but the officers are what makes the club run, and clubs run well. It gives the drive, it gives the backbone, it gives the structure, and you can be part of that too. I'm giving each and every person who is thinking about it the permission to be a club officer. If you're already a club officer, do more, step up, maybe step up a few levels. Maybe it's time to consider district level positions, because the leadership experience and practice and mentoring and training that you get when you are doing club officer roles and district leadership roles is invaluable, because it will translate into your life, it will translate into your work, and it will translate into your community. Each of these things are important, and you are part of what we need next. Toastmasters makes powerful, professional, positive leaders. And we need more positive leaders in this world. We need people who will take us by example, who will take us and encourage us, and will take us and make us join together so we're stronger as a community than we are individually. And as Toastmasters, we have that ability, you have that opportunity to learn those skills and promote those skills to the world. So for each of you who are considering a leadership role, yes, take it on. We need your help. You can do it, and you will make a big difference.